Welcome in. Time now to take a look at your latest local news from around the region. I'm Dan Hardenbrook, and this is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by the Erickson Center for the Arts in Curtis. Don't miss Music in the Park. This week's performance features the Kate High Note Trio. They perform contemporary folk. Showtime 6:30 Wednesday night. Music in the Park each and every Wednesday at the Erickson Center for the Arts in Curtis. In your latest local news, Engadine Consolidated Schools looking to fill multiple seats on their Board of Education. There'll be an opening for 2 seats at the November 2026 election for the Engadine School Board. They're both 6-year terms that will expire on December 21st of 2032. To be eligible to serve on Engadine's Board of Education, you must live within and be registered to vote in the Engadine Consolidated Schools district. Members of townships including Garfield, Newton, Hudson, Hendricks, and Portage would all be eligible to run for the Board of Education. Deadline for local school board election applications are Tuesday, July 21st at 4 p.m. Both Newberry and Engadine will seek to fill vacancies on their boards of education. If you'd like to know more about the Engadine board, call 906-477-6313. A group of community volunteers has stepped up to give one of Newberry's recently lost locations a much-needed facelift. Members of Luce County Communities That Care Coalition and other local community volunteers spent part of a recent weekend working to clean and improve up the Tahquamenon Area Schools community garden. The property was established years ago on an intersection at West McMillan Avenue. The local lot had become overgrown in recent years and needed sprucing up. An employee of the LMAS District Health Department saw the potential, led the charge. The cleanup project was headed by local resident Nicole McDaniel, who's a health educator at LMAS. Over the recent weekend, volunteers spent the day clearing brush, picking up trash, weeding, and raking. Village of Newberry crews removed brush and other lawn debris that were collected during the project. Though the school owns the garden and is ultimately responsible for its future, local residents shared information with school officials on how they could use the site moving forward as they look to create potential partnerships with the library and other community groups. With the 4th of July holiday just behind us, the celebration will not stop in Manistee. The Emerald City gearing up for one of its largest festivals and weeks of the year. The annual Folk Fest comes to Manistee this weekend, Friday and Saturday, July 10th and 11th. It's family fun with something for everyone, including arts and crafts, kids game, food, music, and dancing. There'll be local vendors and community organizations will also be on hand passing out information. Folk Fest is an annual celebration that celebrates the Emerald City. For more information, you can go to the Schoolcraft Tourism and Commerce Facebook page to see a full list of vendors and entertainment schedule for this weekend's big event. The Curtis Area Chamber of Commerce has announced winners of their parade contest. The biggest Little Town Parade was another smashing success this past weekend. Float entry winners for the Curtis Parade include the top prize going to the East Central UP Archery Group. Watson's Marina finished second place, and Yardbird Outdoor Equipment had the third place float entry. Curtis Area Chamber of Commerce wants to thank everyone who entered the parade and the tens of thousands who lined the streets for another 4th of July celebration in Curtis. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. The news today brought to you by the Erickson Center for the Arts in Curtis. Don't miss Music in the Park. It's every Wednesday night. Showtime 6:30. For full list of upcoming performances, go to the Erickson Center website or Facebook page. Time now to check in with sports. A disappointing end to the World Cup for the United States soccer team. They're eliminated in the round of 16 on their home soil as Belgium blasts the U.S. by a final score of 4-1. U.S. had high hopes entering the round of 16, hoping to make their deepest World Cup run in the nation's history. However, the fun was short-lived. Belgium controlled the entire contest, scoring just 9 minutes in and then adding on late after a 1-1 tie. Dominated the second third of that matchup. Tigers return home as they start a key stretch less than a month away from the trade deadline. Detroit 40-50, hanging on to hope in a loaded American League playoff chase. Questions over the next few weeks will revolve around Tarek Skubal and his future with the team. The two-time defending Cy Young Award winner could be traded at this year's deadline. The Tigers are not in contention. Skubal makes the start tonight, the first of many times where we will wonder if it's his final trip to the mound for the Tigers. He's 4-4 with a 3.15 ERA. Tigers taking on the 41-49 Athletics at Comerica Park. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. Warm weather continues. Sunny today, a high in the mid-80s. Southwest winds 5 to 10. Showers will roll into Wednesday, possibly thunderstorms, highs near 80. Thursday, showers likely early in the morning, partly sunny in the afternoon. Cool off a bit with highs in the upper 70s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. Have a great day. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.